think it would be even more apropos to say, listening to a leftist without any history or experience in economics talk about economics is, again, like listening to Nick Fuentes talk about the Holocaust. But here we are. So you're going to have to deal with the cards that you're dealt. When life and death is involved, how do the markets respond? So, what is price gouging, everybody? Price gouging, very simply put, is when demand supersedes supply. Before you see a little picture of a gentleman holding a whole bunch of masks. I don't know if anyone knows this, but the price of masks right now has skyrocketed. And that's masks across the board, whether they're medical, whether they're used for construction. Masks are selling out everywhere. And this is unfortunate because it turns out that certain kind of masks don't actually protect you against anything when it comes to the coronavirus, and yet people are stockpiling them. They're buying as many as they can, and as a direct result of that, surprise, surprise, the cost of the masks is currently skyrocketing. So, as the masks get more expensive, it becomes harder to get them, they become more scarce, the price of them goes up, and in turn, only the rich can afford them. That's pretty much how things work. Before you'll see some masks. And again, when something is scarce, the people who want it outnumber the availability. The best example of this happens to be there's only one. And because there's only one, there's a limited amount of availability. So I'm sure a lot of us would enjoy it to have said thing, but there's only one of them. So because of that, we can't have it. And you'll also appreciate the fact that I'm using the same masks to make sure that the stream stays as TOS as possible. So, there's this, right? But again, this is how markets work. This is how markets work. Just so anyone doesn't understand that. Oh my, I've already revealed my hand. Here, let me slow things down. Okay. If the masks actually prevented the disease, because this is assuming that every single mask will prevent you contracting the coronavirus, are they given to the elderly first? Because that would make sense, right? That would be the most humane thing to do. Or are they given to children first? Are they distributed to the people that need them the most? And I'm sure you probably know the answer to this already. Of course, no. Those who can afford them will buy as many as possible. So again, if we looked strictly to a market solution to the mask shortage problem that we have right now, the answer would be that under the free market, people are free to buy as many masks as they want. And as a result, the price of masks is going up and skyrocketing. And now only those who have the money to afford the masks will be able to buy the masks. And meanwhile, those who need them the most, such as the elderly or children, will be left wanting. It's for this reason that a lot of people consider markets to be undemocratic, because they are. Oh, again, revealing all my hands. So, this would be the market defense to what is happening. As the price of the masks goes up, their value goes up. Makes a lot of sense, right? This will incentivize the market to produce more masks. Again, this makes sense. This is going to be the justification told to you by economics, economicists, as well as most likely people who want to defend free market capitalism. They're going to tell you, yes, this is a good thing, all right? Shortages are great because as we get this, the price of the masks goes up, the value goes up, and then that's going to incentivize a whole bunch of new factory workers to produce more masks. And so the market and free market capitalism will solve this problem. They will produce more masks, everyone will have more, and we all get joy. This is basically going to be how it works. Capitalism solves another crisis, and the bulge increases. Again, I don't have to go back. All right, well, there's no correlation between these two. Don't worry about that. Unfortunately, this is all false. That's not how this works. And don't take my word for it. Again, you would have to speak to economicists. But what happens in these cases, historically, and in most cases, the rich are still the only ones who can afford the masks. So even if you are producing more masks after the fact of the price of the masks because of the shortage, the rich are still the only ones able to afford it. And secondly, suppliers stand to gain more by hoarding. They inflate the price and assume less risk because, hey, at the end of the day, we could have a vaccine in 3 months. This could be an overblown panic. There's a lot of different costs. So if you were a producer of the masks, it would actually make more financial sense for you, and this happens historically, to simply let the price inflate by keeping the amount of product numbers low, and there's less risk in case you want to, say, double or triple your production. If you suddenly have a surplus of masks, the price of the masks goes down, and at the same time, you might be left with a whole bunch of masks. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do at the end of the day? Not buying an item doesn't even guarantee that it won't be produced anymore. That as well. And again, this is all assuming that these masks that everyone is now buying in a huge surplus are going to be effective at stopping the virus. There's not any definitive proof to that.
Hey you, yes, you. Do you like cozy environments with other wholesome people? Well then come join the Discord. It's got a whole bunch of stuff to help you with creative endeavors, such as stock footage, royalty-free music, and an amazing community of people looking to help each other out and uplift your content. Join the Discord now by going to weareserfs.com. That's weareserfs.com.
We would like to thank Miranda Marone. You are our monarch, and we thank you for our indentured servitude. We would like to thank our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Michaela Schmid, Tomospin, Ferrer Tajon. You are all the pillars of our organization. To our Knights of the Square Table, Paul Parafit, Daniel Kahn, Clement Chutskoff, Alan R., Josh Mickelson, and Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Cooper Pilot, Andrea Lynn Epperly, Dylan Bythe, Terry, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. And to our merchants, thank you for taking mercy upon us.